We are rolling out today for our 2026 loop. Couple quick projects today. I need to change a tail light in the truck. Nice thing about these new trucks is if you get a brake light or a tail light goes out, your indicator inside goes into what we like to call turbo mode. So my left blinker on the inside is going crazy 2 to 3 times the normal speed. So obviously we know that that's a taillight issue. I had a friend look at it and say, yep, it's your bottom bulb. Brake light. It was wound up being a brake light. Run AutoZone, grab a taillight real quick, like $8. And in my truck, there's 2 little bolts. 2 little screws, unbolt them, taillight comes out. We'll replace that light, put it all back together. Should be good as new.
So I promised you guys an update with our shower curtain thing because, as you know, I hate the track and the glass doors and cleaning it, and they're just kind of pointless to me. So where I've updated is I got new rings for the shower curtain rod, and all you have to do instead of putting them in those little clippy things and all that is just stick on the side or stick on each side, and so it's so easy to remove. And I know I'm pretty sure I told you guys I get the washable liner, so you can wash it anytime. And an update for it is working out amazing. Don't have to clean my shower door, and I don't have to clean the track. Now I will tell you the track will get some dust and different things.
Hang on. I got a better idea. Let's just pull the whole glass door out.
Like I've been saying.
Like you've been talking about. I know we've got a bunch of friends that have done it. We've seen some videos. We're actually leaving Arizona here in a couple days. So what do you think? You want to just pull the damn thing out?
You know what? I've been wanting to take it out, and you are the one that were dragging your feet. So yes, I want to take the shower doors out. Absolutely. All right. And we've got our shower curtain already, but now we don't have to deal with the doors.
All right.
Let's track.
Let's take the shower doors out. So it looks like they're all just Phillips head screws. There's 21 screws total. 4 up here, and then the whole top just lifts off, and then it's just the rest of the frame. And from what I've been told, it just takes a little while to clean all the glue and the caulking out of these things, and we'll either finish that, get that done tonight or whatever. But a lot of people have done it. I'm not going to go through and bore you with all the details of taking out every single screw and everything else, but something that we're going to work on here. Shouldn't take too long. I've already got 2 of the screws out for the top bar here, and apparently that's where all the glass comes out. And we're going to go just dump the glass in the trash bin because there's no way we're ever putting this thing back in. Alright, so once you get those screws out, the only thing you have to do is break the sealant a little bit. My putty knife I ruined when I had to reseal the roof and the air vent and everything else. So I'm just using a pocket knife. An old pocket knife that I don't use anymore. It actually stays in my toolkit. And as you can see, you just keep working on it. Has already told me to be careful with the knife with my new blood thinner medication. And that's it. Take the frame off. Take the frame off and just clean all this gunk up. You put the screws back in. I'm going to fill the holes with silicone and I'm just going to screw the holes back in. Alright, so that's it. I mean, it literally took maybe 10 minutes. As you can see, No more doors. I did put all the screws back in. Put some silicone in them all. So the only thing we have to do is get a little putty knife tomorrow. I don't have one. Just to clean off all the goo and all the old silicone. And that's it. I mean, it's your bathroom shower. I mean, once the curtains are up, you're really not going to see much of this. And it doesn't really matter because it's nice and we get rid of some weight.
So one thing we've been wanting to do for some time now is clean our screens. I found a handy screen brush that I wanted to try out. As you can see, the difference was impressive. You just submerge the brush in water, and you can add soap if you want, and then you wipe the screen down. I'm embarrassed to say we have never cleaned the screens in the almost 3 years we've been on the road. Next up, all the window screens when the weather allows. If you're interested in the brush that I used, we have a link in our Amazon store.
All right, so we're leaving Arizona. We've been here at our home base RV park for almost 5 months. Just getting a couple things done. Went and filled all the propane tanks today. Had the oil changed and everything like that in the truck. And a couple things that we decided to do here in the RV. Well, one of them we do every year before we really get the AC running and stuff. We've had our AC on here for a few days. Is changing out the filters here in the RV. Ours is a completely ducted system. We don't have the big AC unit that hangs down from the ceiling, and we have all of these air inlet here. The problem is these are the filters. As you can see, they do get pretty dirty. We all know that. I think last year, the year before, we did a video about taking them off, and you have to wash them and clean them and everything else. But look at just how paper thin these are. So I was looking for some options. I was looking for some different things, and on Amazon, I found these. And you can see they're a lot thicker, 2 levels of filtration. You get a box of 20 for like 16 bucks. So rather than taking these out every 6 months or so and washing them in the whole 9 yards, and they're so paper thin, I decided just to buy these. They snap in and out just like normal. You just pull them out, replace it, snap it back in place, and it's good to go. I'll have the link down in the description below, and I'll also put a link in our Amazon store. There's a QR code right here to go to our Amazon store, and anything you see on our channel that we talk about, we buy on Amazon, everything else, that'll be in our Amazon store. But yeah, nice little option. And I don't think I'm going to be washing any of these. Probably every 6 months or so, depending on how much we're running the AC. I'm just going to ditch them and put some new ones in. Like I said, we had a box of 20. We have 6 of these air inlets in the RV, 2 in each room. So 1 box will last me 3 changes. So for 20 bucks, heck of a lot easier than washing them. All right, one other thing. Who recognizes this crappy item? We all have them. It's the shade for the window in your RV door. And am I the only one that this thing has never worked right? It's when you go to fold it, it was always creasing up, and the wires and the cables were always falling, and it was just never convenient. You would start to slide it up and it would fall. Mine always was falling from the top, even though all the levers were set. And I was looking online just to buy another one of these and replace it, until I found this magnetic, thick window covering for RV doors. It folds up 4 panels, so you can still open it up either a quarter of the way, half the way, 3/4 of the way, and it seals off all of the light. No light coming in anywhere, because it actually mounts right on the frame of the window, all 4 sides, top, bottom, left and right. So works out perfect. Again, we've only had it for a day, but here in Arizona right now it's like 97 degrees, and it is blocking all of the sunlight coming through that window. Because as you can see, some of these other window shades that we have let in a little bit of light, not this one. All right, we'll let you know how all those work. And again, if you have any questions about anything you see on our channel, anything, other products that we talk about, go ahead and shoot us a message, leave us a comment, and hit our Amazon store, and you can see exactly what all we buy. All right, Well, good morning. It is our first road tripping day in almost 5 months, about 4.5 months. How you doing up there, Lurica?
Good.
You know, when you haven't done something in a while, you kind of go nice and slow. We started the process last night. I did pretty much all of the outside last night. What do you guys do? Are you, let's get up in the morning and pack everything up? Or do you like to do as much as possible at night and then in the morning just do the last minute necessities? Like Lurica usually has to do a lot of hers in the morning. The packing up of the living room, obviously the bedroom and the kitchen because we're still living here and everything else. But yeah, we are rolling out today for our 2026 loop. All right, first drive day in 4.5 months. We are a little over an hour into it, and we made our first stop. It's morning, you know, drinking coffee. You know what happens. The morning constitutional, do all that. So we don't normally stop within an hour, but today we decided we would. And also because of my medical situation with my leg and the blood clots and stuff, I'm not really supposed to be sitting around not moving for 5-6 hours at a pop. So we're gonna stop every couple hours and let me walk around the RV a little bit and stretch out. And honestly, because it was our first time driving in 5 months, we wanted to stop and just double check everything and make sure that we didn't forget anything on our checklists or anything like that. So Lurica's inside right now, double checking things, hitting the restroom. I'm doing a little walk around where the trucks are all parked and everything else. We love stopping at Love's. We've got the Love's membership and everything else. I'm not too happy about the gas prices right now, the diesel prices, but luckily I don't need any. We're just gonna stop for a few minutes. You know, like I said, take a little break, and then we will be off for the next little leg of our first night. We will talk to you in a little bit. All right, so we are pulling into our first ever Love's RV spot. And unlike some others we've seen online, this one is not fenced off or gated or anything. It's literally part of the parking lot. No, because our spot is there.
A little bit more if you want.
And this is what happens when you travel with friends. They sit here and they pull out their chairs and they watch you park. All right, so we left the Love's RV stop a couple hours ago. We are now somewhere in East Texas, past El Paso. It was not a bad night at the Love's RV stop. This one, you are just parked right in the front of the Love's, and the highway's right there, and the access road is right there. So you do tend to hear some of the traffic or whatever, but it wasn't a terrible night's sleep. What do you think, babe?
No, I mean, it was fine.
Yeah, it was good enough for what we needed.
We sleep with a sound machine and a fan, so
Yeah.
I think if we didn't have that, it would be louder. I
Right.
mean, it wasn't the most amazing, but you don't go into it
No.
thinking that. So
You know what you're getting sleeping in a gas station.
yeah, no,
And
it's good. It
And
worked.
again, unlike other ones that we'd like to try, another ones where they actually have a set park kind of off to the side and more of an RV park feel. This literally felt like we were just in the middle of the parking lot with a hookup, because that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, it was convenient.
Yeah, it worked
So,
out. So
It's good.
we are on our way to our next overnight stop, a very special place in our hearts, and we'll show you where that is in a few minutes. And just like that, we're set up for 2 days here. All right, everybody. We just finished one of our longer drive days.
One we said after California,
Yes.
our very first time out of the state of Arizona, when
Yes.
we first went full time, we said we'd never drive that long again, and we did.
That was a 10-hour day. Today was a 9-hour drive day, 481 miles. We don't normally do that, but we did it for a very good reason. Is we wanted to stop here and spend a couple days back at the Pecan Valley RV Park and Farm here in Junction, Texas.
Yes. If you've watched the channel, you know this is one of our very favorite spots. It was a hidden gem that we found when we first ventured out, and we spent a week here then.
2 years ago.
Yep. And we are on our way to Texas for the deployment, and we are like, listen, we're going to stop there again because we loved it that much. It's just...
You hear the roosters?
Yes.
So for those of you guys that haven't watched it, in a quick nutshell, this is a working farm and full hookup RV park.
Yeah.
There is free-range chickens and goats. Last time we were here, we'd wake up in the morning and there's just goats and chickens walking around all your spots. There's a river just over on the other side where the other RVs are.
Yeah, you can feed the animals.
Yeah,
They
you
just
can
have
feed
a few
them.
rules.
So if those of you guys that watched our last video on this place 2 years ago, you know we fell in love with the 2 white ducks.
They're just so happy.
The owners told us, unfortunately, when they had the floods not too long ago, they lost the ducks. So unfortunately, no more white ducks, but that's okay. I mean, that's the circle of life, I guess.
Yes, we still love it here.
Yes.
They still have their little shop, and it's quaint, it's beautiful. The Pecan Farm is over here, and I don't know. I'm just so excited to be here, and
And
so
it's only 2 days, and then we'll be leaving, and we'll be in Galveston. So let's go hang out.
Look at the goats. That's new. Well, that's what they do to you. So, oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Just get a cracker. I didn't want to close that. They're like, any more? You got any more?
Nice early morning here in Junction, Texas at Pecan Farms RV Park. It's about 7:15 in the morning, and we are leaving today, and we're going to be in Galveston later this afternoon. So one thing that I always do, I like to dump my tanks in the morning. For the most part, once in a while we'll do them at night if we're leaving super early, but we're not hitting the road till about 8 o'clock today. So I like to do my tanks in the morning, get that out of the way, you know, travel with clean, empty tanks and everything else. It's just a beautiful, I mean, look at this. You can hear the chickens clucking there in the background. I'm not sure if you could hear that. It is just a beautiful day. We didn't do a lot of setting up. We were only here for 2 nights. So we had just set up a couple of chairs, set up the Starlink, and as you can see, everything else we've got done. But seriously, this place is incredible. If you guys are ever going down the I-10 across Texas and you come up to a little town called Junction, Texas, I think there's only 2 exits, and you're looking for a place to stop, seriously, look up this Pecan Valley RV Park and Farm. Again, free range farm. In a couple hours, they'll let the chickens and the goats out, and they all run around your area. You can feed them. It's just totally cool. It really is. This is relaxing. This is by far probably my favorite RV park. Not a ton to do in the area, but when we're here, we just like to relax. So that's about it for this morning. We're gonna be getting in the truck here in a few minutes, and we are off to Galveston for our first ever RV rally.